I want to introduce to you Karen Handel.
Thank you so much, Congressman. Thank you. What a great crowd. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here. I want to ask you to do a few things. I want to ask you to make sure you vote either on the 20th of June or before. And I want to ask you, how many of you are going to get 10 friends to go vote in this race? Let's put every hand up. I need you all to take 10 friends.
And we need you to be enthusiastic, because ladies and gentlemen, we've got a dogfight on our hands. This is not going to be a gimme by any stretch of the imagination.
I hope that you will work really hard. You know, this district has been represented by some great, great people. Newt Gingrich, Johnny Isakson, Tom Price. I don't want to wake up on the morning of June 21 and know that y'all have a congressman named Pelosi off. So
we have a district that has the great legacy of Newt Gingrich, Johnny Isakson, Tom Price. We are not going to let Nancy Pelosi and her hand-picked candidates steal this seat from the Republicans.
Make sure everybody has their voice heard. Because those people waving signs outside this building that probably don't live, by the way, in Georgia's 6th district, they're trying to have their voices heard. They're parachuting in from all around the country. But you live here.
It's going to come down to the crew that works the hardest between now and June 20th. Now, you're not going to let all those people out on the street outwork you, are you?
I want to thank Paul Ryan for coming down here today. He came down here for 2 reasons. 1, to help us elect Karen Handel to Congress. And 2,
Tom Price is one of my best friends. Tom Price is doing a great job. These are very, very hard shoes to fill, but I can tell you this, and you already know it, Karen Handel is the only person capable of filling these big shoes. And we need her. We need her help.
And I'll work with Speaker Ryan so that we can make sure we do what needs to be done, not just for the people of the 6th, but for the people of this country.
Georgians are going to help determine the direction of this country. You know what we're going to do this summer? We've got to repeal and replace Obamacare. And by the way, Tom Price is helping us do that. He's doing a great job. We need Karen Handel to help us come do that. I want to tell you, there are 2 kinds of people in politics. There are beers and there are doers. A beer is someone who wants to be somebody. It's someone who parachutes into a congressional district he doesn't even live in to try and fool you to think that he thinks like you and cares and shares your values. It's someone who parachutes into a congressional district he doesn't even live in to try and fool you to think that he thinks like you and cares and shares your values. A doer is someone who actually lives, eats, sleeps, breathes the principles we share in.
And one of my favorite things to say is I want us to kick some Ossoff. One of my favorite things to say is I want us to kick some Ossoff. So I want y'all to kick some Ossoff on June 20th. Now,